Hello guys, welcome back to the channel again. So let me show you a beautiful trade that happened this morning. So it was on 15 minutes. So as you can see, it was a very sharp trade. I wanted to explain how to take profit and then how to also get entries when you have a very tight 15 minutes. So this is the checklist. This is 1 to 4, very quick trade. Anything above 1 to 3 is always amazing. So this is the trade, how it played out. So the checklist says that you check on the daily time frame and know if you're going to have a home run or you're just going to take risk to reward. Check risk to reward and take 1 to 4 and leave the market. And then option 1 is you switch to 4 hours and check liquidity, raid or week offs, and then shift to 15 minutes and get entry at 15 minutes double close in our direction. So this is the trade within this particular point. I'm going to show you. This is the trade here. This is the trade I'm talking about this morning. So this is free, you can join. Everything here is free, you can join. I always repeat, everything is free, you can join. So this is the trade. As you can see, this is a trade, very good trade here, discussed in the section. If you are here, you could take such them, though that one played overnight. There's another one here that one of us gave us here. This is for volatility. If you trade indices, just know that we have you covered too. Indices are also covered in this particular discussion group. So we have a 1 hour sweep, and then this is for option 2, 1 hour sweep, and then you shift to 5 minutes, and then you get double close, and then the rest is this. The rest is only take profits. So I don't always normally make videos for volatility, but you can join here and trade with guys who are taking volatility. As you can see, I asked what was the risk to reward. Did you manage to bank a 1 to 4 hour risk to reward? This is the trade I'm referring to, and then he says 1 to 4 is to reward. So let's reply together. Nice one. GJ is taking a sweet time. So this is the trade that I'm equally backtesting, by the way. Not backtesting, I'm shooting a video on. So it is shared by Call. So Call is again given another entry opportunity. So there's no entry opportunity yet, but we could be getting another buy. So you can join, it's free. Immediately you join from the main group here. Immediately join, just comment here. If you comment, and you'll be directed to the discussion group, and then you can join the winning team. It's free. So again, if you want me to hold you by the hand, this is the checklist. You don't need to pay me to hold you, but if you want, you can join, and then I'll teach you everything you're seeing here. You can pause this ones, you can watch in YouTube. There are so many videos on YouTube about this. This is the basics, and then this other part is where the strategy comes in. So I will even show you the swing strategy, like the gold I'm in gold at the moment, buys, which is already running more than 1 to 1 risk to reward. And then I said it here, I shared it somewhere here, that I'm about to enter gold. That these things are so much. You join the group and check. Yeah, looking for potential gold buy swings. So if you like such kind of things, just join me here and inbox me with your reasonable price. And then I don't have price, because most of the things I offer are for free. You just need, unless you're somebody who wants to learn by being held by the hand. So this is the trade here. So let me break down this trade together so that we can see how it all went. So we start from the daily time frame, but meanwhile let me clear everything. This is trade that took place today. It just happened to find me to be recording videos for today. So as you can see, the daily time frame is extremely selling. You just check the last 4 candles, 1 2 3 4. The momentum is on the sell. So anything buy is short term, and therefore you shouldn't hold for long. So we switch to 4 hours. That is what we use daily time frame for. Because this thing is purely liquidity. So we check daily time frame and know the overall market direction strictly for risk to reward only. Proceed to either options to either options for entries. Once you check that the daily is selling and anything buy is short term, you go to this option 2. Option 1, you check for 4 hours entry. If there is liquidity trade in 4 hours, if there is no liquidity trade in 4 hours, you check in 1 hour and you get your trade. So in this case, this was the time frame. So when you check this particular point, the trade was showing us that the market was showing us that about buys, we check at least 2 candles should be on your direction. At least 2 candles, not 1. At least 2 candles should be on your direction. So if you check here, we have first buy, second buy. So it means that if this low goes, that is a liquidity trade in that particular 4 hours order book, and therefore we don't expect to be having more orders down here. These orders, if all of them are liquidated, the next move should be on the upward side. So that is the logic behind that SMC. It is very uncommon and very unusual. So something like this, and this was raided, immediately we look for buys up here and target a 1 to 4. So we don't just look for specific thing. If you want me to shoot this video, maybe I can shoot after this one as just an example. So what time is this? This was 9 a.m., which is okay. So this one is a late night. This one was in the night. So when this, you mark that particular 4 hours liquidation point, and then C2, and then you shift to 15 minutes and just be observing if the low will be liquidated. So we just be observing. So what do? We wait, see, not yet. So that low is liquidated immediately. So let's see, and we don't get another candle closure in our direction, because that is what the checklist demand of us, that after liquidation we need to see at least 2 candles. Where is the checklist? After liquidation we need to see 2 candles forming in our direction. After liquidation we need to see 2 candles forming in our direction with momentum, so that we can confirm that truly the momentum is in our favor. That is what the option 1 says. You don't need to shift to option 2. So let's see, we don't get another candle. This candle closed bearish, and it doesn't even have momentum. So this is enough. This is good momentum. Let's see if we get another one. Now nice, that is confirming that at least the momentum has kicked in and all orders below here have been liquidated. So our safe stop loss is always below this 15 minutes or our safe stop loss. So the SL, our SL should always be, this is SL zone should always be below the 5 minutes or 15 minutes depending on your entry. So in this case, SL few pips above or below the 15 minutes, double close in a direction. People are chatting there, people are talking there, so join there and ask your questions. It's free. For those people who don't like free things, you can pay me for my time. So you only need to remain on 5 minutes. Alternatively, if you will have a very big stop loss like this, because we always in 15 minutes always wait for a retest. Only in 5 minutes that we don't wait for retest. We wait for retest into this order block, but ideally the stop loss should be all here. So with that in mind, if the stop loss is this big, you can always shift to 5 minutes to do your refinement. So you do your refinement to, let's say this is your last order block zone. So you check if this could be your entry order block zone or fair value. Preferably I like fair value gap. So this is where we should be having entry OB from that particular point. So anything below inside here is good entry. So this is stop loss. Below here stop loss, this should be 20 pips. 20 pips could be more. Could target maybe, let's say 19 or 18 pips. Let's target 19 pips would be nice. That would be deep into it, but at this particular point you are also aware that you could miss this trade. It could go without you, and that would be fine. Now what about take profit? Take profit is 1 to 4 risk to reward, but when you are counter trending, I advise that you use this indicator Asian session liquidity session range. So just check there on the indicator section and indicator and check FXN Asian session range and then place it there. So when you toggle it on, it will give you the previous highs and lows. As you can see, this was the last London session, New York session high. So if you're counter trending, immediately this thing is taken, this zone is taken, just know that you could be having a potential for reversal. So this should be ideally your TP. If you see the market hesitating there, that should be your TP zone, and they should give you at least a 1 to 4 risk to reward if the trade is tagged in. So the responsibility is to wait. As you can see, it was strongly rated, then we get a break of structure, and then after break of structure, everything was just nice and straightforward. So immediately that should be taken. You should be leaving that market because it is now showing the possibility of a reversal, because when liquidity is taken, whenever liquidity is taken, we always see reversals happening. So that is why you use this session, especially on counter trend. You use this indicator to show you where the liquidity point are. Now what about on managing this trade? When we get the first break of structure, we have our loss. So this was the first move, and then this we got a change of character here, and then this is the first break of structure, so we have our loss to somewhere around this zone. And then when we get second break of structure, now you can go full BE. So you can go full BE. So when we got this first break of structure, you can either go BE some slight pips just below that zone. We don't go BE here, it will be ridiculous. You can leave the market some few coins. You had already decided to lose this money. So what is your problem if you don't let this market take a little bit of it? So immediately we got tagged in here. You can see the market even came back to this particular entry, unless you over refined to maybe, let's say, 4 minutes. There was not even a zone. Maybe if you refined it to 1 minute, I don't know if there was an entry, a free order block there to be tagged. There was no even free order block. So unless you over refined it to liquidity point, which is this zone, liquidity point, so maybe below this range here, below this range is a liquidity. So if you refine it like that, that is when this second move did not tap you in. But this, you are posing extreme risk of being tapped out of trade, and it means in most occasions what happens is that it taps the opening of a fair value gap and then it goes. So this was a pure risk of taking trades at the order block. Order blocks normally are not tagged. Fair value gaps are the ones that are tapped because that is where the orders were filled. Fair values gap shows where the orders were filled. So this is the trade. Join the group and let's trade together.